What's up, the John Squad? This is John Palini here, and here's my WWE Monday Night Raw recap for July 20th, 2020. So let's do this. Shout out to the John Squad. So we kicked off WWE Monday Night Raw last night with Murphy and Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins talks about Global Luxter and talks about Extreme Rules, and that Ray's eye came out of his socket and understands the to win the match that viciously that Ray holding his bloody eye made him sick to his stomach, and that eventually you do agree what you have done to me, what the WWE Universe have done to him. That's what he talks about, is the WWE Universe, what they have done to him, and that Ray asked for this match and asked for the Eye versus Eye match, and it was Rey Mysterio who asked for the Eye versus Eye match, but we could not dwell. That's what Rollins says, that we cannot dwell in the past. So that's why we have to move on. So that's what Rollins says. So then Aleister Black comes out and talks to Seth Rollins, and Aleister Black and Murphy start to brawl, and Aleister Black starts to destroy Murphy all around the ring and also all around the ring post area. So then the first match we had on Monday Night Raw was Seth Rollins versus Aleister Black, and the winner was Seth Rollins. After the match was over, Seth Rollins and Murphy were heading up to the ramp, but then Murphy and Rollins head back to the ring and start to beat up on Aleister Black, and then Seth Rollins destroys Aleister Black's hand and slams him right into the ring post. Then slams his hand on top of the announce table. Then curb stomps onto Aleister Black's hand, and then steps on it and then curb stomps Aleister Black's hand, and that's how the segment ends. So we had Shelton Benjamin pins R-Truth for the 24/7 championship. Hey, look at that. Shelton Benjamin finally got a belt in 2020. He got the 24/7 championship. That's really good. Let's see. MVP talks about that. Eventually saying that he is the new United States Championship, and talks about Apollo Crews, and that that he is that he is that he is that Apollo Crews could not wrestle at Extreme Rules because he could not pass his physical, and that's what he talked about. So then Cedric Alexander and Ricochet come out and talk to MVP, Bobby Lashley, and come out and talk to Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. So then they announced the return of Mustafa Ali. So then the second match on Raw was Ricochet, Cedric Alexander, and Mustafa Ali versus Shelton Benjamin, MVP, and Bobby Lashley. And the winner of this match was Ricochet, Cedric Alexander, and Mustafa Ali. The third match on Raw was Ruby Riott versus Peyton Royce, and the winner was Peyton Royce. So the next match on Raw was the Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza, and the winner was the Street Profits. So then the fifth match on Raw was Bayley versus Kairi Sane, and the winner was Kairi Sane after pinning Bayley with a roll up. So Drew McIntyre talks about his future and talks about Dolph Ziggler gave him such a hard time, and talks about the stipulation, So then that Dolph Ziggler had a brilliant idea with this stipulation, and talks about him that the stipulation was brilliant idea, that Dolph Ziggler almost had him and stuff like that. So then showing him that, so then Dolph Ziggler comes out and talks to Drew, and that he wants another shot at the WWE Championship. So then Drew McIntyre says that he's done. So then next thing you know is that Drew McIntyre Glasgow kisses Dolph Ziggler. So then Dolph Ziggler says, "Don't you walk away from me." So then next you know is that Drew McIntyre. So then he says that I'll let you pick the stipulation this time. So then Drew McIntyre agrees to a match for the WWE Championship. Right. So he lets him. So he agrees him to a new match. Right. So he lets him agree to a new match, and then next thing you know is that he says, "Fine, I agree to a match for for next week." So he asks him what stipulation you pick. So he says, "That's when you have to find out, and that's when you have to find out when the bell rings." That means we don't know what stipulation Drew McIntyre is gonna pick. So then the main event we have, Raw, was an unsanctioned match: The Big Show versus Randy Orton, and the winner was Randy Orton. After the match was over, Randy Orton punted, kicked Big Show right into the head, and then he said, "I told you, one legend down," and that's what happened to WWE Monday Night Raw last night. And by the way, during that unsanctioned match, too, Andrade and Angel Garza started to come into the ring, and then not come into the ring, come onto the outside of the ring, and then the Viking Raiders came out and made the save. But anyway, that's how Monday Night Raw ended last night with Randy Orton yelling to the Big Show. And that's how Raw ended last night. So anyway, I thought this was a pretty okay Raw last night. Can't complain much about it. So anyway, once again, the John Squad. Please like this video, leave your comments down below, and subscribe for more. You're all the best, John Squad. You are one of a kind. I love each and every single one of you all. Stay positive. We're all in this together. Peace out, the John Squad. Love you guys. You mean a lot to me.